We have all taken photos with family, friends, and even every month, we just dump these photos out for the world to see. It is estimated that in a minute, 3.3 million photos around the world are being taken, and in a week, people take almost 33 billion photos worldwide. Out of those 33 billion photos taken in a week, it's no surprise that some may have coincidentally taken these photos right before something devastating happens. Today, I'll be talking about photos taken before disaster. What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and I will be talking about photos taken before disaster. But before I do start with this video, I do have to say thank you so much for 1.6 thousand subscribers, and in matter of fact, we are super close to 1.7 thousand. I cannot believe this insane growth. We literally gained 200 subscribers under 24 hours. How is this possible? And my last video, which I did talk about horror games based on true events, that video did extremely well, which I was not expecting it, because that video was a spin-off video to a video that didn't perform too well, which it is my least viewed video. But man, 6,100 of you guys viewed that video, and that video almost has the same amount of views as the video that Tuv shouted out. Man, you guys are slowly making my dreams come true, which does mean a lot to me, and I could say thank you to you guys like 1,000 times right now, but let's just get straight into this video. Man vs. Bear. On September 21st, 2014, a group of friends went for a hike in the Apshawa Preserve in West Milford, New Jersey. Among them was a 22-year-old Darsh Patel, a Rutgers University student. While wandering through the woods, the hiker came across a 300-pound male black bear. The animal was 100 feet away from the group when Patel took several photos of it, but when the bear started walking towards them, the friends decided to separate to confuse the bear. However, the bear followed Patel and eventually caught up with him. Patel was attacked and mauled to death. The West Milford police later recovered the student's phone, and this was one of the last photographs on it. Even the phone was covered in bite marks, and Darsh Patel was actually the first ever person to be killed by a bear in New Jersey. Man vs. Bull. Victor Barrio Hernandez was a professional bullfighter from Spain. On July 9th, 2016, he took part in the Feria del Ángel festival in Teruel. At the beginning of the bullfight, Hernandez was in control, but the tables have turned. The 1,116-pound bull threw Hernandez onto the ground and started to stab him to death. The bullfighter was unable to protect himself, and the entire nation got to see him being stabbed to death on live TV. The picture was taken as the man struggled with the animal, and sadly when the medical team got to Hernandez, he was pronounced dead. He died from puncture wounds to his lungs, and Victor Barrio Hernandez was only 29 years old. Niagara Falls stunt. On October 1st, 1995, around 12:35 p.m., hoping to raise awareness to the homeless, 39-year-old Robert Overactor from California attempted a stunt on the Niagara Falls. He wanted to ride his jet ski to the brink of the falls and then activate the parachute to land safely in the river below. Unfortunately, Overactor didn't adhere the parachute correctly to his body, and his parachute fell off. As a result, the man fell 187 feet to his death. This photograph shows the last moment of Robert Overactor's life, and the worst part is that his brother and friends did witness his fatal fall. The next Kennedy president. On June 5th, 1968, in the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles, Robert F. Kennedy delivered a speech on his victories in the California and South Dakota primaries. The mood was optimistic and everyone was hopeful, but in just a few moments, everything changed. After Kennedy was done with his speech, he was later being escorted through the kitchen when he was shot 3 times. Kennedy collapsed to the ground and was pronounced dead the next day at 1:44 a.m. He left behind a pregnant wife and 10 children, and Robert F. Kennedy had announced his candidacy for the presidency only 3 months earlier. Explosive car. On August 15th, 1998, a 500-pound bomb placed in the boot of a red car on the street of Omagh, which caused the deadliest incident in Northern Ireland in 30 years. The bomb was planted by the Real Irish Republican Army, a group that tried to unite Ireland. In the photo, you see a man with a child on his shoulders, I assume it's his kid, but sadly the car exploded. The explosion killed 29 people, including unborn twins, and injured 220 people. The fatality is remembered as the Omagh Bombing, and the only good news is that the man in the photo with the kid luckily survived the explosion. But sadly the person who took the photo didn't survive. Pushed into subway tracks. In December of 2012, the photograph by R. Umar caused public outrage. The freelance photographer took the photo of Ki-suk Han just moments before the man was hit by a New York subway. Sadly, the 58-year-old man died. On December 3rd, 2012, on the same day of the incident, a drunken Ki-suk Han and Naeem Davis got into a verbal disagreement that eventually became physical. Davis claimed that he acted in self-defense when he pushed Han into the subway tracks. One outlooker confirmed that he heard Han threatening Davis that he will kill him before it got physical. Other people tried to stop the train, but why nobody pulled Han out is unknown. Parkour gone wrong. In this photo you see Pavel Kashin, who was a parkour artist from St. Petersburg, Russia. He was known for his daredevil stunts and impressive skills. He was also one of the best freerunners in the world. And in July of 2013, the young man attempted the most dangerous stunt to date. Kashin was doing a trick on the rooftop of a 16-floor building. The goal was to do a backflip and land on the 3-foot wide ledge of a tall building. However, as he jumped and flipped in the air, Kashin lost balance and fell 200 feet to his death. He was buried in his hometown of St. Petersburg, and the picture of Kashin's last moment was made by his friend who was filming his stunt. Pavel's parents allowed the image to go public, hoping to warn others of the dangers of parkour. Kennedy assassination. I feel like everybody knows this one just because of history class, but if you are not from the US, I don't know if they teach you guys US history. I don't know, but basically on November 22nd, 1963, Air Force One landed in Dallas, Texas. The door of the plane opened, and an enthusiastic crowd cheered for the 35th President and the First Lady of the United States. After greeting the crowd, John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline boarded an open convertible with Governor John Connally and his wife. This picture was taken while they were slowly driving through the streets of Dallas and waving to smiling Texans. But just moments later, at around 12:30 p.m., as a car was passing the Texas School Book Depository, gunshots filled the air. One shot fatally wounded John Kennedy in the head, and Kennedy was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. David Johnston. This photo may seem like a normal camping trip, just a man sitting right next to his RV. Well, this man's name is David Johnston, and he isn't just a camper. He's actually a volcanologist, and the place that he's at is not a camping spot. It's actually a volcano, and moments after the photo was taken, Mount St. Helens erupted, which killed David and 56 other people in 1981. And before 1986, this used to be the deadliest volcano explosion in US history, and of course rest in peace to all the victims, and also rest in peace to everybody who I did talk about in this video. Roy Horn. Siegfried and Roy were a duo of German-American magicians and entertainers, best known for their appearance with white lions and white tigers. On October 3rd, 2003, Roy would get attacked by his tiger on stage. It is pretty hard to find which photo was the exact last photo taken before the attack, but I believe it to be this one. The tiger attacked him by his throat, and luckily Roy did survive. But sadly, Roy Horn did pass away in May of 2020 from COVID-19. Steve Irwin. This is the last photo taken of Steve Irwin. He was at Bat Reef, near Port Douglas, Queensland, taking part in the production of the documentary Ocean's Deadliest. While snorkeling, Steve got stabbed and killed by a stingray, and everything was recorded, but that is all lost media. And I did cover the missing footage of the killing of Steve Irwin on my first ever video, where I discovered the lost world of lost media. And also, I am planning to make a part 2 to the lost media video, just because there is so much lost media out there which could be covered for a part 2 video, and I low-key want to make the part 2 to a collab video, maybe with Tuv or another creator. I still don't know yet, but don't expect that video soon because I do have other videos planned before I do make part 2s to my other videos. Chris McCandless. Christopher Johnston McCandless, also known by his self-made nickname Alexander Supertramp, was an American adventurer who sought an increasingly nomadic lifestyle as he grew up. Chris is a subject of Into the Wild, a non-fiction book that was later made into a full-length feature. This is a famous last photo because on September 6, 1992, the decomposed body of Christopher was discovered by moose hunters just outside the northern boundary of Denali National Park. He had died inside a rusting bus that served as a makeshift shelter for trappers, dog mushers, and other backcountry visitors. Taped to the door was a note scrawled on a page torn from a novel, and the note says, "Attention possible visitors. SOS. I need your help. I am injured, near death, and too weak to hide out of here. I am all alone. This is no joke. In the name of God, please remain to save me. I am out collecting berries close by and shall return this evening. Thank you. Chris McCandless." Once found dead, they ran an autopsy, and he died from starvation and possibly poisoning from some berries that he ate. Paul Walker. We all know about this story and it still hurts to this day, and dude, I can't believe it's been almost 10 years since he passed away. But in this photo, you see Paul entering a red Porsche car, and Paul wasn't the one driving. It was actually his friend who's a professional racer. Paul was at a charity event and he was hosting it himself. But when he left, the driver's side of the vehicle hit a light pole and tree, and after that, the car continued spinning until Walker's passenger side slammed into another tree and burst into flames. I doubt I will show the video of the car burning after the crash, and no, it's not gory and it has been shown to millions on live TV, but every time when I look at it, dude, I just get extremely sad. And even though it does not show anything gory, just the fact that a human body is like caught on fire, dude, I don't know, man, I just get the chills. And when I do show photos of the crash while editing, I am not going to show the car into flames. Like, I'm not going to do that, even though it has already been shown to millions of people on live TV. Ayano Tokumasu. This random family took the last photo of Ayano before she would tragically pass away. In this photo, you see Ayano looking over Niagara Falls, and when she got too close to the railing, she would lose her footing and fall to her death. From research, this seems like an accident and wasn't. And of course, rest in peace to her, and my condolences goes to her family, but also, I can't imagine how that random family would feel like. That photo was supposed to be a normal family photo, but ended up to be a pretty famous photo which was taken before disaster, which it is sad, and like I said, rest in peace to her and rest in peace to everybody that I did talk about in this video. Space Shuttle Challenger crew. This photograph is supposed to represent the proudest moment of the crew chosen to board the Space Shuttle Challenger. The aim of the mission was to launch the TDRS-B satellite, the second satellite for tracking and data relay. But it wasn't meant to be. Tragically, at 11:39 a.m., only 73 seconds after taking off from the Kennedy Space Center Launch Complex 39, the Challenger exploded over the Atlantic Ocean, killing everyone on board. To make matters worse, the families of the crew members who gathered as support saw it all, and so did the shocked media and eventually the entire world. And dude, I can't even imagine how sad it would be for the family members, because this was supposed to be one of the most proud moments for the family, but it ended up to be one of the biggest tragedies for the family. And rest in peace to everyone who passed away on the Space Shuttle Challenger crew. Rest in peace. And that is the end of photos taken before disaster. And by the way, if you made it this far, thank you so much, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. And obviously, once again, for all the crazy recent support from my last video. 6,000 views on my own, no shout out. I honestly, dude, I never expect a video to get that many views without a shout out. Like, it does mean a lot to me. And of course, the growth. We've gained 200 subscribers under 24 hours. How insane is that? And it really does mean a lot to me. Another step closer to my dreams, and I can't thank you enough. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and follow me on Instagram at morbid for fun. But other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.